Okay, what you're going to want to do is open the lid. What you're going to do to take this cover off is there's a screw right here and there's a screw right there. You can just loosen them up. That's all you have to do. It's 2 screws. And this cover comes off just like that. Okay. Then on the bottom, you just pull it back a little bit. On the bottom, it's got little clips down at the very bottom. All you're going to do then is you can just kind of work this, lift it up a little bit so it comes off. You see how that came off? And same thing with the other side. Alright, and then what I mean by clips or little hangers, you can see the the little things that it catches on there. Okay, and then it catches on this piece right here. Okay, so once you got the cover off, you're looking at everything right there. The next step, we're going to show you how to get into the fan and remove that to get to the solenoid. Okay, next what you're going to do, you got to take this fan mechanism off. So you just get your screwdriver or whatever you're using, and then I've already got this loose so you can kind of see how that goes. But this is going to be the first thing you're going to do for the fan. You're going to take that fan, take that little screw out, and then this little cover here comes off. Okay, that just pulls out. Just like that. See? When you put it back together, you want to make sure you got it's clear, all the wires, everything's out of the way, and it's right in behind there, and then you just clip it. You just clip it back in, and it goes real nice, and then that lines up with that little hole, that little hole that's right there. So then you just put the screw in there, and then you're all done when you're putting it back together. So next step, we'll show you how to take the whole fan housing out and get to the solenoid, which is right behind there. Okay, now how do you remove the fan? There's a little hole right here. What you're going to do is get a screwdriver. You're going to put the screwdriver in there, and then you're going to pop the little clip. It's like a little catch all the way in onto the metal piece here. So once you pop that out, then you pull the fan out, and then you're going to tilt it down, push it down to clear this part right here, and then tilt it out this way, and then tilt it forward, because down here the wires, you're going to need to continue to tilt it forward and then pull it out. So we'll show you what that looks like. Okay, we just pop the thing back here. This comes out. You can see you just pull that, push down on the fan, pull that out so it clears that board. Then everything comes out, and then you just tip it forward, and then you get all these wires out, and then that'll move the fan. That'll get that out of the way. Okay, and then here's the solenoid that you need. Right here, there's a little tab. There's a little felt piece that's right in between here. The solenoid pushes this piece out. Okay, and when it pushes that piece out, it hits the gear, and that's what stops or starts that gear from moving. Okay, that little pad gets worn out down here. So you can either take the whole solenoid out, and you can put another pad in there, or you can do what I did, which was I just bent this. There's a little tab right here. I bent that tab a pretty good amount, so that makes up for the difference for the pad that's wore out. Okay, so just do that. I pulled the solenoid out, but you could probably do it right in there. The solenoid, just one screw on the bottom, and this whole little unit here comes out, and then you can adjust it. Now when you put it back together, you want to make sure that this gear, when you put the solenoid in and it's all secure, you want to make sure that the gear and this little lever here, that you can turn the gear. So how you do that is you can just move the motor like that, okay? And then you can make sure that it clears. Okay, as long as it clears, you're good. Then you didn't bend it too far. If you bent that too far, then the gear would be engaged, and that you don't want that. So, okay. So when you put it back together, you just basically do the same thing. You just put this back like this. Okay, you just bend it back up. Make sure the wires are all secure. Make sure there's nothing behind it. The one thing is the wire on the back of the the wire on the back of the solenoid, just make sure that's pushed back, back side, because the fan's going to go here. And this part here is where the fan clips. That's that little clip that you did with the screwdriver through the hole. See that? Okay, there's the hole. And so when you put this back together, you just do it the same way. You kind of push down, get it to clear that board. Once it's clear of the board, you can fix this wire so it goes in that little slot, and then you just work that in like that, and then you can kind of see, line it up, and then the fan will just clip right back in place. So just make sure you line up that hole, where the fan clips onto the housing here. Make sure the wires are all tucked in and good, and then when that clips back in, then you're good to go.